Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I believe there's also people from Australia in there, so I think the good evening works. Hello, everyone. My name is Michael Schmela. I'm Managing Director of TaiyangNews, all about solar. We're a solar news platform doing events, publications, technology related. That's our focus. Welcome to our TaiyangNews Solar Power Plant Developments 2025 conference, which is part of our regular online conference offering, and as usual, organized by our team in Asia and in Europe. First of all, thanks to the sponsors, without whom this event could not happen. So thanks again for supporting us. Just a few infos on housekeeping. So if you're new to us, please use the chat function. This is our virtual discussion room where we can chat with anyone around publicly. So yeah, please use this. This is just imagine this is the place where you have your coffee in a physical event. And please feel free to ask questions, but please also comment if you feel. But when you comment, please keep in mind that this is a non-moderated area and that you're always be nice, even if you disagree. And the other one who is presenting might be a competitor. So thanks for that. Yeah, so the tagline of this event is discussing the future of utility scale solar power plants. That's a big sentence, and we just have 4 hours. But we really try to get this thing in a nutshell. And so let's maybe look briefly at what we're looking at these days. So I've just taken here a slide from the recent global market outlook from SolarPower Europe that was just published at Smarter E Intersolar in Munich a few weeks ago. And there you can simply see that we consider, or so that the market is considered to be growing in the next 5 years. So mostly in 2 digits. However, that's regionally different. So I'm in Europe. We expect stagnation here, at least for this year. In some markets, it's growing very quickly, like in India, where the market doubled last year. And I think the National Association is also upbeat that it might go from 30 gigawatt to 40 gigawatt this year. And I think there's a lot of regions where things are still moving. So there's expectation for 10% growth year on year, from around 600 to over 650 gigawatt. But and that's an interesting thing. At SolarPower Europe, market intel team believes that next year there will be some stagnation also globally. So somewhat following the trend we're seeing in Europe. And why that? Simply because the market, or the global market, depends to a large extent on China. I believe they had a 55% market share last year. And what we will see here is that China simply has a change in market design this year, and that will reflect in demand next year. I think China is usually fast in fixing things, so then the market will continue to grow. But for the moment, that's the consequence. Nevertheless, whatever happens, I think the most of the growth we're seeing anyway is happening in the utility segment. That's the topic of today. So post-energy crisis, when citizens were really concerned about the spiking energy prices and really created a big run into rooftop solar. That has changed after prices have come down quite a bit, both for electricity but also for gas. And so on the other hand, we're seeing these low-cost module prices. So there's a big momentum in the utility scale field, although there's of course also quite some challenges which we will discuss today. But what SolarPower Europe sees is that the market will grow this year the utility scale market will grow this year to around 60% and will stay at that level over the coming years. So, as I mentioned, we have record low equipment prices. We see a lot of technological improvement across all system components, and that makes utility scale solar increasingly attractive across many regions. We're seeing obviously also more and more challenges, especially in advanced and mature markets, simply because infrastructure expansion is lagging behind. So we're seeing increased curtailment for solar power during peak time. We are seeing declining solar capture prices, so the value of solar is going down. And in response, developers are trying to implement hybrid solutions that integrate PV with batteries, PV with wind, other renewable sources, even with hydro, to enhance simply flexibility and profitability wherever the market design allows us. And that's obviously a big obstacle because politicians are and policymakers are also not as quick as we would need them to be. So if we look at the agenda, so we've tried to capture all these topics in the next 4 hours, and what we've done is we really tried to invite the leaders in different fields. From developers, IPPs, manufacturers, to consultants. And so we will start with an overview on the trends and developments in EPC and asset management by leading German solar developer and IPP Enerpark. And then we will delve into product developments. First, we have Longji and then Huasan. So both simply trying to show why it also makes sense to implement very high efficiency modules, back contact, HJT in the large scale segment, not only for rooftop. We'll have global inverter leader Huawei show how the brain of the system, the inverter, brings smartness to both the operator and the grid. We will have a leading tracker company, Antai, discuss the benefits of latest tracker technology, more and more used in utility scale segments, also in not so super sunny areas. We will have then also Sungrow, the other global leader in inverters next to Huawei, which will not only talk about the inverter, but also bring batteries into the equation. And and then no serious solar power plant event today can do without covering AI and digitalization. So we're very happy to have with us market intel consultancy firm Becquerel to provide an overview. And in this low price environment in which we are, quality is probably more important than ever. We have a reliability event later this year, but we just want to touch it from a manufacturer's point of view here. And so we're happy to have with us one of the leaders in the encapsulation and backsheet field, Cybrid, which will simply discuss the right packaging. We're also very happy to have with us AFRI, also a leading consultancy in the energy field. And they recently wrote a report for SolarPower Europe on hybrid solar. and they will shine some light into the flexibility needs and opportunities that hybrid solar systems bring. And finally, we will have another presentation on quality. At the recent Intersolar conference in Munich, there was an entire session on weathering events. Climate change brings also quite some challenges for solar with severe weather events coming more frequently. And Jollywood, a pioneer both in the field of TOPCon modules and leading backsheet encapsulation company, will provide more details, because as we all know, there's quite some discussion going on. Still glass getting stronger, but still you have the glass film modules, which also have some advantages. Okay, so that's it in a nutshell. So for the presentations, and finally, what I want to do is we usually finalize our conference with a panel. This time it's a bit different. We will have a fireside chat, so I'm happy to have with me Stefan Müller, the CEO and co-founder of Enerpark, to reflect on what we learned during the conferences and simply discuss all the challenges and opportunities for the utility scale solar segment.